Video number 1, a concrete sink for my wife for the half bath. You have to make it look good, grayish. We're gonna give it a shot. Okay, so here's the first thing that she ordered. It's just a little too small. So we're gonna hopefully make one 5 inches longer, 5 inches wider, and we're only adding about a ½ inch on the depth. So we're gonna make it something like that. And we're gonna give it a shot. All right, that's all the pieces. Let's go build a box. Have our drill, 1/8 inch drill bit. Have our impact with our square drive for our screws. Screws in the other garage. Square drive, and they have a thread on them that just cuts right through the wood for the melting. Parts, drill, impact, screws. We should be good to go. A neighbor is driving like a madman. He probably lost his dog. This insulation is 1.5 inches thick. There you go, the 3 pieces. We can glue this up, put some weight on it. Wipe it off with some mineral spirits. Hopefully put out some insulation. Gorilla spray adhesive. I've not ever used this, but we'll give it a try. I think I might make another one. I'll shape that bottom. So here's our form that will be molded for the sides and the bottom of our sink. That will go in the form like that, 1 inch high. So we're going to have to mold it even more. We began with a 80 grit on the random orbit, and that did well. And now we're going to neaten it up with the 80 grit on the palm sander. Now we're going to let this get smooth, let it sit overnight. Come back in the morning, sand it. We might have to mud it again, but we'll see tomorrow morning. We have the mold made, mudded twice, so now we have to sand it again, which we'll do now. Now the next thing we have to do is use this epoxy and go over the whole form. Alright, I've only used epoxy once and it went okay. This one here, it's a 1-to-1 hardener and resin. We do have a few holes in the mud, in the forms. So on the directions of the epoxy, it recommends that we do a base coat, and I'm gonna roll that on. While the epoxy is over there drying, we will prep our box, vacuum it, wipe it with mineral spirits, and then we will use a black silicone in all the edges. And the next thing, paste wax. We'll wax all the edges where the silicone will go. Makes it easier to remove all the excess. All right. Fondant set. Don't remember which one we used, but I think it was this one. One thing here I forgot to show. Here's the drain, but we need a form. So again, I'm using the rigid insulation. I used a hole saw here. I cut this out. Then I used a hand saw here and I cut this piece out. So I will glue these like that, and that will be the drain plug. So here's the form with another round of epoxy that came out well. On the bottom we have all these drip nodules, and I will attempt to remove them with a random orbit. That's not really working that well. Well, that worked really well. Now clean it off. Here it is, everything's in place, more or less. We have our outer frame. We have our inner molded form, the drain plug. All we have to do is we need to run a bead of silicone right here. And I realized I won't be able to get this in there. So I'm hoping I can attach a straw to the end of that and be able to get that in there like that. That heats up in a hurry. We waxed the paste wax around the ring here. Now we got the straw on the end of the tube and we'll begin. Looks like it's working. That looks pretty good to me. We need to get this level first. On the money. We're all done with the prep. We have everything ready to go. We are using this Z counterform concrete. We used it already on our outdoor grill, and we made the tops in the office. Those projects ended up really great, and we had a bag and a half left over. It's white, and the wife wants it gray, so I bought this black additive at Home Depot, and I'm gonna add a little bit of this. Hopefully it will gray it up. We'll find out. So here we go. We're gonna mix and pour. this black. No idea how much we should add, so do a little bit at a time. So we'll add a smidge more. And after that, we have to vibrate this. In the bathroom, we have to make the hole in the granite on the vanity for the drain. For that, we have to use a diamond hole saw. In order to use that, we need a guide, which we're going to use a block of wood. Here we go into the half bath. And we have the vanity and Bailey. We have to drill our hole right here about in the middle. Here we go with the unveil. Oh, money. Yes. Money. Here it is. All completed. Not bad, I have to say. That came out pretty well. Drain hole. Next on the agenda is I will bring it in, plumb it, and run the water. But I will bring the old one in first, just so you can see the difference in size. Here's the old sink, or her original sink. And to give you an idea of size. So my hand is not huge, but that's a small sink. Here's the new sink. So much more room. So we will plumb it up, and we will make notches in the drawers because my wife wants to be able to use the drawers. So we'll do that next. All done. Beautiful job. Hey Bailey, what do you think? What do you think? You approve? Huh? You approve of that? Huh?